Okay, we are now live. I suppose now that we are starting the VODs on the practice round, I suppose I could just... No, it'll be too distracting. I will invite people to the stream once we know that everything is working fine. Oh, of course, the colors have been changed. Why do they always do this? Why do we always have people doing this? Alright. Send the practice round label off. Where is it? Here it is. So many different labels. Alright. Welcome to Sprout League 2. Today we have Pikmin Fan 64 versus Anto. An up-and-coming new competitive player who has, in a short amount of time, proven himself to be certainly on the better side of the players, against the one, the only Anto, best known Pikmin battler in the whole world. That said, even Anto is not invincible. It is possible, that Pikmin Fan could win at least one round. Anything is always possible when it comes to Pikmin. But how things will go remains to be seen, as the map vote for the first round concludes and lands on Halls of Grandeur. Let the round begin! Anto, as usual, going for some 4 dwarves. This should speed up his growth. That Pikmin doesn't seem to have taken notice of the... Oh dear, Pikmin Fan misses the direct hit on the dwarf several times. He, of all people, should know how to appropriately use the camera to avoid such things happening. He would have had a lot better aim, I bet, if he had used it. Why, hello there, Cajon. You're just in time to see today's match. Well, the first of today's 2 matches. Obviously, the second will be yours. Yep, we got Cajon versus Zien at well, it's gonna be 9 PM for me today. We're gonna have Cajon versus Zien. It's gonna be 5 hours from now, roughly. For now, let's see how Anto and Pikmin Fan are getting on. Anto is at 50 Pikmin. Pikmin Fan at 41. Oh no, 49 now. As Anto, seeing the large advantage he has, is making his way to Spicy across. I think he can get away with 2 mobs. I don't think he'll be able to pull off 3, but 2 he can do 2. Oh no, he's gonna go for 3. Well, Pikmin Fan's coming to challenge him. Can he do so successfully? He is not spicing in response. He does better those 2 marbles there, but by this point, this is only a small fraction of Anto's total squad. But Anto is finding it surprisingly difficult to keep control of his squad here because of the Pikmin that Pikmin Fan was able to get on it. At this point, Anto will be lucky to get away with just 1 mob. In a surprising defeat for Anto, the heat better hope is very much temporary. As Pikmin Fan walks away with 2 out of the 3 marbles Anto tried to take. Now Pikmin Fan is, well, would have been in a prime position to take a cherry, multiple cherries even, if that dwarf hadn't eaten the carrier. Now it seems once again Anto will be the first out, with the same number of Pikmin as Pikmin Fan has. And you bet he's gonna Spicy again. Yep! With 42 Pikmin, he makes his play for these 2 marbles here. He knows by now that splitting across more than 2 will probably not be wise in this situation. As this time, I think Pikmin Fan might be counter-spicing in response. No. Yeah, no, he isn't. He knows he would not be able to get away with that here. Pikmin Fan successfully bitters, I think, about half of Anto's squad. As now Pikmin Fan is spicying, and Anto is trying to chase after the spicy squad. Anto manages to bitter about half. As Pikmin Fan initiates a base rush. That backfires on him completely, as 11 of his own Pikmin are blown up by the very bomb storm he summoned. Anto sees what Pikmin Fan is trying to get away with on the way back, and he's ready to shut it right down. Talk about a reversal of fortunes. Now Anto is very much favored to win. Well. Okay, he's taking some time to grow 3 more Pikmin here, even though he's already 8 Pikmin ahead. Now Pikmin Fan is likely to be the first one to mid, but I guess what Anto's trying to make sure of is that he gets there with more Pikmin, even if he gets there second. Oh, that's right! Anto factored in the Withering Blowhog. As a result, Pikmin Fan is leaving early with even fewer Pikmin than Anto anticipated. Or well, I don't know what Anto was anticipating. Now Pikmin Fan, I think, is getting desperate. He's spicying across 1 marble and is just desperately trying to find another right now. As Anto, confident in his numerical superiority giving him the advantage here. Oh wait, no, that's right. He doesn't have any spices left. Even if he... Whether he wanted to spicy or not is irrelevant, because he can't. But Anto does manage to avoid this bomb. And with that, he's won! Pikmin Fan tries to gather his Pikmin for one last go, but the spicy runs out. Pikmin Fan realizes now, whatever chance he may have had has long passed him by. Still, he put up a surprisingly good fight for someone who's facing the best player in the world. But the score is Anto 1, Pikmin Fan 0. The vote is now beginning for the second map of the game. The map for the second round of the match. My brain isn't exactly fully braining right now. Anyway. Anto bans Battle Yard, Pikmin Fan bans Champions Court and Warbox, Anto bans Rusted Ring. And Bulbear Basin. What is Pikmin Fan's third ban going to be? Combat Zone. Right. The options are Bulbin Grotto, Frozen Forest, Volatile Metalworks, and Submerged Skirmish. We all know what Anto's voting for. And Pikmin Fan is voting against it for Volatile Metalworks, which is actually... So he votes against the most dangerous map in the game in favor of the second most dangerous map in the game. Unfortunately, he finds himself outnumbered, as the votes currently favour Submerged Skirmish, or Bulbin Grotto, that actually is typed as Submerged now. As the vote is about to end, we have Summer Skirmish. Alright, let the round begin! Wait, hold on. What just happened? Why are we paused? What is going on? What's happening? Hmm? Anto's controller apparently randomly disconnected. Best player in the world made you cringe. Well, had you seen him in action long enough, you'd know exactly what I mean. Okay, the issue seems to have been resolved. Pikmin fan tries to throw up there, but the Pikmin don't behave. They're just out of range of the sheer leaks. Sheer grubs. Sheer grubs. There's nothing particularly notable is happening just yet. But come on, it's Submerged Skirmish. Something notable is going to happen. Anto is now ready to head out, but he actually heads back to flower up. He's confident that because he got enough of a lead in the growth at the beginning, that this will be worth his time. Pikmin fan is actually responding by doing the same thing, meaning Anto has that bought time once again. Ooh, Anto's trying to use this bomb to his advantage. He positions it perfectly to hit both of those enemies. But can he save all of these Pikmin? Yes, he can. Come on, come on. Yes, yes, he can. Now that Anto's got both of these enemies down, he's going to have a much easier time getting to mid and growing to 50. Pikmin fan is only slightly behind him in these respects. As Anto has now managed to... Oh dear, he might be getting himself into quite hot water here. Oof, the combination of Bulbmin, Blowhog, and bombs is proving difficult to surmount. Well, was until the Dirigibug took care of the Bulbmin problem for him. What Anto still needs to do is... Oh dear. Yep, he still needs to secure those 3 Bulbmin. Yes, there we go. In all this time, Pikmin fan has been hanging back, playing it safe. but now he's finally ready to head to mid himself. Of course, there are still enemies in the way for him. 3 to be exact. He goes around them. Oh, 4! But yeah, he goes around them. You better not forget they're there. We've seen someone do that quite recently. He deals with the Bulbmin and he collects the 10 babies. And now he's ready to... Oh, Pikmin fan is actually running all the way over here to get this cherry from right under Anto's nose, while Anto is otherwise occupied. Unfortunately, it seems he has lost that cherry carrier, and so he's trying to take a different cherry. One that's closer to home. What he must do now is secure this marble. He digs it out, but Anto is fiercely contesting it. It is at this point that Pikmin fan uses his spare bitter to turn the tide. But has he really turned it? Anto has used his own spare bitter to extend the fuse of a bomb with which he seeks to blow up Pikmin fan's Pikmin, but he manages to take them out of the way just at the right time. That said, the real threat Pikmin fan faces now is the enemies he left behind on his way to mid, which could well kill many if not all of his carriers. That said, they seem to have made it. We're having unusual amounts of lag right now, as Anto successfully blows up about 5 of Pikmin fan's Pikmin and about 2 or 3 of his Bulbmin too. Decent numbers of losses on both sides, as in just a few seconds we are going to see the one and only Water Wraith drop in. Well, when someone gets to a spawn point... Now Anto gets to use this Pluckaphone to leap back into action quickly. Quicker than Pikmin fan may possibly be ready for. As Anto finds a Dirigible here that he is ready to... Oh wait, no, he's just going to go around it. His priority is the cherries, as Pikmin fan loses 6 more Pikmin to this Wally that he didn't kill earlier. That's why you deal with them when you can. As here is the spawn point of the Water Wraith. On top of that ledge. I've never seen him spawn there before. Oh dear. Ooh, Anto... No, Pikmin fan was just out of range. Just out of range of the bomb. That could have been very, very ugly if he had not hidden in that corner. If that bomb had been just a little bit closer. But he's got another bomb to worry about now. The bomb in Anto's hands. That said, it is unlikely, in my opinion, that Anto will be able to do anything significant with this bomb. If he does manage to blow up any Pikmin, it will probably be at least some of his own. Yep, that is what happens. 2 of his own die, along with 3 of Pikmin fans. But importantly, Anto's been killing a lot of Pikmin fans' Bulbmin, reducing his numbers permanently, as Bulbmin do not respawn when killed by other Pikmin. Anto is once again returning to base to use yet another Pluckaphone. As he is now ready to make his next move. He'll use a Bomb Storm to prevent Pikmin Fan from clocking for a few seconds. Also, I just realized I need to change the colors. Oh! Anto has used a Spicy, which Pikmin Fan has bitted about half of. As this is currently Anto's attempt to take this marble from Pikmin Fan's side. Yes, this is Pikmin Fan's side. Pikmin Fan tried to Piper some of Anto's Pikmin away to a crushing death, but Anto has avoided this. Or has he? Depending on how this goes, Anto could actually get down. The Water Wraith is still very much at large, and it crushes the Cherry Carrier, forcing Anto to drop in a new one. He still has this Dirigibug he's probably gonna need to deal with at some point. Okay, why is the game lagging this hard? Well, at least those bombs take out the Shearwigs, but they also take out a lot more Pikmin Fans' Pikmin. As even more meet their ends at the hands of the Water Wraith. Anto currently has 8 more Pikmin than Pikmin Fan does. It's a majority bitter, followed by a bitter of Anto's unspicy squad by Pikmin Fan. Ah, I see! Pikmin Fan was trying to do the trick where you bitter someone's squad, drop a bomb at just the right amount of fuse on it, and then when the Pikmin come back up, they all get blown up before your opponent can get them to safety. Unfortunately, Anto was ready for this, and he managed to carry the bomb away himself. The result? Anto securing a decisive victory with this now unbitterable Spicy. As Pikmin Fan is down. Anto 2, Pikmin Fan 0. Yeah. So, the participants are currently choosing their bands for round 3. Once they're done with that, we'll have another vote. Ah, here we go. Spider's Den, Emperor's Arena, Concrete Playground, and the Amphitheater are the options this time. And currently it looks like a tie between Spider's Den and Concrete Playground. And in 3, 2, 1, 0. We have the map, and it is Spider's Den. Let the round begin! Now, the thing about Spider's Den, it is definitely one of the more dangerous maps, and in my personal opinion, it is the one I hate the most. And there is one very good reason for this. Anode Dweevils. You may get to see in this very round just how much of a reason they are for me hating this map. In addition to them, there are naturally spawning volatile Dweevils, and on 2 out of 3 layouts, including this one, a beady Longlegs to worry about. Anto is currently making his way to one of the rooms with Anode Beetles in it. Anode Dweevils, sorry. As they are already proving quite the problem for him. The volatile Dweevil helps him take out a dwarf, as there's another one for him now who is doing the opposite of helping him take a dwarf. Now Anto's finally dealt with all of these dwarfs, he can focus on the new task ahead of him, keeping them away from the Anode Dweevils. He finds a bomb in this corner. Sometimes there is one on this map. What does he use it to do? Let's find out. I set it to 14 at the beginning because Pikmin fan only had 120 ping. The real issue here, as I've just checked the net play, the real issue here is Anto is, from time to time, having large lag spikes. Like, we're talking 500 ping spikes here. Despite this, Anto has taken his first marble. And he is now taking his cherry and making his way to mid. As Pikmin fan is... what's here? Going past this Anode Dweevil. And is trying to intercept this corpse. Parks a bomb in front of it, but Anto responds. As now Bomb Storm drops in. 48 to 44. As we see Anto use a bitter to perform the trick I talked about last round. And this time it's gonna work! Instantly, Pikmin fans' total Pikmin count is halved! However, it seems Anto's Pikmin count has also fallen significantly. And the two are roughly equal. Now we have both players in a very pitiful state, fighting over single cherries with single Pikmin. Anto moves out. Back to mid. Pikmin fan is focusing on taking more cherries. He wants this corpse. He wants this marble. He mainly wants the corpse. As here is the BD, which has already taken a third of its health and damage before it even dropped in. Was that from the bombs earlier? Can they hit it before it's even dropped? Well, anyway. Anto is currently scrambling to get control of his Pikmin back from the snitch bug. As Pikmin Fan is all flowered up with 22 Pikmin in tow currently, and he is taking them to mid once again, and he is going to try to dig up a marble here. The Volatile Dweevil drops in. Sends a Bull Bear towards Anto, but Anto is not falling for it. He's sending all of his Pikmin to this alcove to dig up a marble here. That Volatile Dweevil kills that Munge Dweevil. As Pikmin Fan comes in here. Oh no! He tries to full bit Anto's squad, but he misses! He only ends up getting about half of it, including two that were all the way up in the air there. Okay, more than two. As Anto is successfully starting a base rush. Anto just about manages to save his two Pikmin here from the poison, only to immediately throw them into the fray with Pikmin Fan's Pikmin. Pikmin Fan now has to deal with this base rush, while Anto is back to pluck the Pikmin as they respawn from it. Now what Pikmin Fan has here that Anto doesn't, because of that bomb play earlier, is an unbitterable spicy. But he needs to find a good opportunity to use it. Anto is now going to try and fight this Anto Dweevil. He manages to kill it so fast it doesn't even have time to use its attack. He focuses on growth and on taking this mob. But there is another live Anto Dweevil here to throw a wrench into his plans. Now Pikmin Fan has arrived at his base to give him a taste of his own medicine from earlier. And while Anto is distracted dealing with this threat, Pikmin Fan tries to take the marble off him. Anto is having to juggle multiple priorities at once. A task that's never easy for anyone, but would be easiest for him compared to anyone else. As indeed, we see exactly. Now what Anto needs to do now, yeah, he knows. Two of his Pikmin fail to make it to safety, but so does one of Pikmin Fan's Pikmin that was still there. But Pikmin Fan is not going to let up with these attacks. I think I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to keep Anto on the defensive and keep buying himself just enough time to be able to utilize that unbetterable spicy he has. He knows that, if anything, is what's going to save the game for him. Now Anto has his second marble. Getting two more is going to be difficult without a spray advantage or a Pikmin advantage. He's either going to need to acquire one of those, or a different advantage of some sort that he can actually use. He chooses as the advantage he wants to focus on, cherries! Frankly, I don't blame him. Here comes Pikmin Fan, and I think this is gonna be the big one! Oh, no it's not! This is just a raid! A raid on the cherries! And because Pikmin Fan has the superior numbers, he's getting away with it! Proximity might be enough to outfight some of these guys, but not all. One of the cherries has made it back, the other has also slipped by. And of the 5 cherries Anto sought to take, he only obtained 3 in the end. But one of them is a bull bear that may give Anto just the head start on the return to mid that he needs. Combine that with the Pluckaphone, and that will allow a speedy recovery on his way back from the mid-trip that he is now preparing for. He makes his way. He's lucky that most of the Dweevils here are his element. And also quite far away from his main target. Actually, no, they're not. Though that's his main target. As this is the moment Anto chooses to use his final spicy while Pikmin Fan is otherwise occupied. The Pikmin Fan will be here before too long, and that is something he needs to account for. Indeed, account for it he does. Pikmin Fan uses a bitter here. The last one he's got. Has he made it count? We'll find out before too long. Anto is going to need to time this Pluckaphone just right to outfight the unbearable spicy Pikmin Fan has. He's still carefully choosing his moment. If he lets Pikmin Fan have control of mid for a single second, he's cooked. And he knows this. So he times the Pluckaphone just right to leap back into mid right when he needs to. But these Shearwigs have done more of a number on his squad size than I bet he ever expected. What he must do now is successfully prevent Pikmin Fan from utilizing the unbetterable Spicy. There is no way he can win if he does not do this. Now is the time. Now is his chance. He bitters the first Spicy, but he will not be able to do that. He will not be able to bitter the second. He must pluck defend like his life depends on it. Pikmin Fan uses the unbetterable Spicy, facing imminent defeat. Anto faces the task that he may struggle to succeed in. He must out-pluck defend an unbetterable Spicy, with his opponent warping back to base to get reinforcements. Can he do it? It's about to cross the corner. Not only is he facing an unbetterable Spicy, but he has only half the squad size that Pikmin Fan does. Anto narrowly manages to claw it back, but only temporarily as Pikmin Fan is back. He is going to have to let go of this marble. And what he's really going to have to do is get his growth back up. That is precisely what he's doing. Making the ideal play for Pikmin Fan to frustrate this move of Anto's for growth at any cost. If Anto manages to outgrow him, he regains the advantage. These 2 corpses will grow him 9 more Pikmin. And these 2, 9 more. Pikmin Fan collects his second marble, as he is also seeking to grow here. Anto has now succeeded in matching Pikmin Fan's count, but only very temporarily, as Pikmin Fan will also be growing more Pikmin. Or will he? Yes, he will. Yes, he will.
Pikmin fan will be at 44 Pikmin once that Dweevil is in. But Anto is exploiting his temporary inconvenience to take the last marble from mid. It's now a position game more than anything. Anto has acquired enough Pikmin to be able to stay afloat here. And now proximity favors him too. For any and all naysayers, here is your proof that Anto is indeed, as history has borne out, and continues to as it is made today, the best player in the world, to our knowledge. Alright. Bans are currently being placed for round 4. Yeah, round 4. As this time, the choices are Deep Blue, Halls of Grandeur, the Amphitheatre, and Construction Fortress. Wait, I did? Wow, I'm really out of it today. Alright, the winning option on the vote is option clown emoji. Which, let me remind myself, means the least played map that is not currently banned will be played. That is... Wait, is that banned? Yes, it is. Right, so not Rusted Ring, that's banned. Bombing Grotto. Is Bombing Grotto banned? No, it's not. Let the round begin! The game has crashed. Great news. We are currently trying to sort this out. Don't you worry. Game is already running. No, it's not. Shut up. Excuse me, I don't see a game running. Alright, everyone's back. And the game's back up. Alright, we return to Boltman Grotto, and fingers crossed it will not crash this time. Pikmin Fan has punched a pellet posy down to 0 HP. We've seen this happen a lot. Like, this is a well-known phenomenon. I just think it's funny. Anto has located his Boltman, or rather the Boltman has located him, and now he has all the Boltman with him. Pikmin Fan is also taking his Boltman. There remains one group of Boltman in mid. Who will get to it first? It might be Anto, but it might also be Pikmin Fan. However, Pikmin Fan has chosen to take as his first bubble one from his own side, against all conventional wisdom. He'd better have his reasons for doing this. Because in doing this, he has handed Anto an advantage by causing the cherries to now spawn closer to his side. Indeed, we see 3 of them right here. And now Anto has made it to the other group of Boltman first, where he is now spicying to secure as much as he can from this trip. Oh dear. Anto, whistle those Boltman! Whistle those Boltman, Anto! Okay, he whistled them. The squads clash, both spicy and all. We see a bitter from Pikmin Fan, and another bitter from Anto. It seems Anto got the better bitter, as he still has spicy Pikmin roaming around mid. Not only that, but he has a Bulbear Cherry he can summon as soon as Pikmin Fan heads back to base. Pikmin Fan is gathering his remaining. Oh no! Wait! Oh no. Pikmin Fan had a whole chunk of remaining spicy Pikmin over there, but the spicy has run out. As we see a resignation. I don't even know who that was from. Okay. I was confused, because Pikmin Fan resigned right as he had 3 marbles under his control, but yeah, that was only ever going to be a very temporary state of affairs. Right. That makes the score Anto 4, Pikmin Fan 0! Okay, let's see how the vote's going. Concrete Playground has been picked. Let the round begin! So far, nothing out of the ordinary is happening. Oh, wait. Pikmin Fan tried 3 times to knock down that snitch bug, and all 3 times it shook off the Pikmin. I hate it when that happens. They seem to be rather inconsistent, these snitch bugs. Oh dear, once again Pikmin Fan fails to land the direct hit that he could probably quite easily landed if he'd used his camera correctly.
Now, as a result of all of that extra time spent on taking the enemies for Pikmin Fan, Anto is getting a large head start in mid. He now manages to flower up with the cherry, and he will now be at 50. As he's returning to mid to see how those two marbles went. And because of the large head start Anto had, they both made it over to his side with no resistance. Now Anto is capitalizing even further on this advantage he has by spiking across the next two marbles he needs. Now one's dug up and the other will be dug up soon. He's tried to stop Pikmin Fan from getting across. He's even letting Pikmin Fan have unbitterable spices in his bid to get these marbles through. Pikmin Fan tries to use the seesaw blocks to block the marbles once again, but they managed to make it over just before the seesaw block went back up. Now Anto has used his second bitter to keep the squad at bay once again, and Pikmin Fan is simply not going to have the time to use the unbitterable spicy he now has to get over to the marbles. And seeing this, he throws the game. With a final score of 5-0, Anto has won the match. We still have one more match today. The match between Cajon and Xian at 9 PM my time, which is in 4 hours, roughly 4 hours, so that's just under 4 hours.